Okay, I wanted to make a quick response video to the Young Turks. And I don't think the Young Turks are alone here, but a lot of people are questioning whether Brett Kavanaugh should or shouldn't be put into the Supreme Court. And honestly, there's no way for any of us to know, at least not that I'm aware of, to get evidence whether he did or didn't sexually assault two women when he was a teenager. So I wanted to play this clip first from the Young Turks and get their point of view.
That's why we'd like to find out more.
Well, there is one specific person, a senator, who does not care what Dr. Blasey has to say. And this is the point that I was trying to make when the whole debate happened regarding whether or not Dr. Blasey should testify if the Republicans refuse the FBI investigation. I argue that these senators, Republican senators, have already made up their mind. They don't care what she has to say while she testifies. And guess who proved that point for me? Senator Lindsey Graham. So I'm gonna skip ahead to video 4. Here is Lindsey Graham arguing that, doesn't matter what she has to say, I've made up my mind.
I want to listen to her, but I'm being honest with you and everybody else. What do you expect me to do? You can't bring it in a criminal court. You would never sue civilly. You couldn't even get a warrant. What am I supposed to do? Go ahead and ruin this guy's life based on an accusation. I don't know when it happened. I don't know where it happened. And everybody named in regard to being there said it didn't happen. I'm just being honest. Unless there's something more, no, I'm not going to ruin Judge Kavanaugh's life over this.
Okay, so he also said that based on what's been agreed to on Thursday for the Thursday hearing, it will just be Brett Kavanaugh testifying and Dr. Blasey testifying. Things could change. Things are constantly changing. There are new allegations by another woman. And so Democrats are saying we need to postpone this and have an FBI investigation. But just to quickly answer Lindsey Graham's question, what do you want me to do? Here's what I want you to do. Here's what a lot of people want you to do. Have the FBI investigate this. Do a thorough background check.
Okay, a couple things I want to point out, a few problems there. So the Young Turks, like they often do, form a straw man argument, and you can see right in the clip there that they're not being accurate at all. Anna said that Lindsey Graham didn't care what the accuser had to say, and then they went ahead and played the clip, and Lindsey Graham didn't say anything of the sort. What he did say was, what else is he supposed to do? There's no evidence for the accusation to be true. There's nothing there to even be investigated. It's just an accusation. So, of course, as the law works in the United States of America, you're innocent until proven guilty. And so, of course, there's nothing else you can do. The FBI could investigate it if it was a federal matter. It isn't. Now, I've heard that if more accusations mount up, maybe the FBI would consider investigating then. Even if that was the case, the FBI has been investigating Brett Kavanaugh just by, his name being put into the hat or thrown into the ring to be a Supreme Court justice. He's been investigated. They do thorough background checks. If none of this was found out by the FBI, there's just no evidence. So it doesn't really make sense. So what does concern me, and I'd like to say that, we want to give everyone a fair hearing and find out what the truth is. But it's things like this. I'm at indivisible.org. Why we must stop Brett Kavanaugh from becoming Trump's next Supreme Court justice. And it goes through a litany of reasons why, Brett Kavanaugh's policy would be not good. If you are on the left, if you're very liberal, you're probably not going to like Brett Kavanaugh. If you're on the right, you're probably going to like him okay. And that makes sense. If it were the other way around and Obama were president and he was putting in somebody that was left-leaning, then of course you're going to get people on the right that are upset about it and want to stop it. The reason why these accusations are so hard to believe is if I look on this site here, first it's doom and gloom that Kavanaugh will dramatically shift the court's balance, placing LGBTQ rights in jeopardy. He will only serve the wealthy and the powerful instead of all of us. Core protections to the environment are in danger. Our democracy is under assault. I mean, if I just look at some of these headings, it's intense. So the bottom line, when Brett Kavanaugh was first nominated by George W. Bush in 2003, he was such a controversial nominee that he wasn't confirmed by the Senate until 2006. At the time, Senator Schumer, now minority leader of the Senate, remarked, "You have been the go-to guy among young Republican lawyers appearing at the epicenter of so many high-profile controversial issues in your short career, and it is only natural that such a record would give many senators pause." Well, of course it would. This is Senator Schumer. He is a Democrat. He's always going to find a reason not to want a conservative judge. So this was the most interesting thing to me. What can you do? Take a look at our two-step strategy on how to hashtag save SCOTUS. And if we look at that two-step strategy, we go over, again, more doom and gloom, the hard truth, there's nothing you can do about it. Of course, because a Supreme Court nomination has nothing to do, I mean, at that point, it's beyond democracy. Your representatives are in charge of that process. Two-step strategy starts with, first, get to 51 votes. That means they need every single Democrat to have a fighting chance. And that's still not enough. They're also going to need some Republicans in order to win that. Now, I think most people on the left are intelligent enough to know that that is very unlikely. Then we look at step 2 here. Take back the Senate. So if we accomplish the first step, that will extend the fight past November. But that's not enough. In order to actually win this fight, we have to retake the Senate. Otherwise, Trump will just appoint another extremist after the election. Okay, so this right now, this is why it's so hard for me to believe that these threats are credible. Because Democrats know that their only possible chance of getting a liberal judge or just keeping a conservative judge out of the seat is by delaying the appointment until the election, which is coming up, and then hopefully taking the majority in the election, or at least getting enough power in the Senate to not vote for Kavanaugh. So this is the only strategy. So I want to be reasonable. I want the truth to come out. If Kavanaugh did any of this, any of the sexual assaults, I mean, he should go to jail, but he certainly shouldn't be a judge. But you can see why it's so hard to believe, because the rhetoric surrounding this from the left is so hyped up that this is their last chance. This is the end of the world if he makes it. So does it surprise me that a liberal professor from California would step forward and claim that he had sexually assaulted her? I hate to be suspicious, but I mean, I would be stupid not to be. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I want the truth to come out, but am I being too harsh on the accusers? Am I being too soft on Kavanaugh, or vice versa? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you soon.